you guys are interested on how to make a versatile U-part wig, please keep on watching. Now without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So to begin, you want to start off with multiple needles threaded, our spandex dome cap, also with your LA Girl concealer or maybe a white pencil that you may have, some T-nails, and also your hair. So I'm just going to begin by taking our cap out of the package, placing it on our dome head. Not our dome head, our wig head. And I'm going to take 2 fingers and I'm going to place it on the dome head, as you guys can see, and I'm going to outline it and trace it, and that is where I want my leave out to be. And I'm just sectioning it off because obviously you don't want to just wing it. You want to make sure you have a guideline. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take off the cap, flip it inside out, and take the concealer and mark where it is on the top front, because I'm going to sew a track underneath so you are able to place it into a ponytail. So you want to mark it off so you know where to end and where to start. So I'm going to start off with the longest bundle, of course. And here I'm just going to demonstrate where you're going to put it along the bottom, and then you're going to bring it all the way around. Okay, so you guys, in this video I did make a little teeny mistake that I don't want you guys to follow. You guys see where I'm placing it through on the cap? Go about ½ an inch up more. Why do I say go ½ an inch up more and don't go exactly on the rim? Is because you don't want the weft of it falling down from it, as in when you put it in the ponytail, you don't want to see the weft. You want to make sure you see nothing but hair going backwards. You don't want to see a little bit of the weft. I don't have much of an issue, but you know, so you guys don't run into that at all, just go ahead and bring it up a little bit, ½ an inch, and you'll be fine. And here I'm just finishing it up, doing my last couple of threads. And now I'm going to do a knot. You guys know I love my knots. I love knots mainly because it makes sure that it's secure and it's not coming out. So once I cut it, I'm going to cut it. I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to tie it 2 to 3 times and then cut it again to make it short. And then I'm going to comb it out a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and flip the cap right sides out. So this is pretty much the easy part, you guys. That was the only, like, you know, part that you maybe have difficulty with. And yes, you did have to sew on the elastic for that part. Trust me, you guys, I know I said do not sew on the elastic, which you don't want to, but for the sake of doing it when it's inside out, you cannot sew on the fabric inside out because there is no fabric, it's only elastic. So for that part you do have to sew on the elastic, but other than that, please make sure you don't. And this is just pretty self-explanatory. You're just sewing, you're gonna go ahead, sew, and then once you get to the end, you're gonna flip the track. So again, once you get to the end, flip it. Just go the fold over method, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And here I'm just showing you guys on what I'm doing. I'm pretty much halfway through and I'm just showing you guys how I do it, and then I'm going to curve it once we get about to the end of your eyebrow. And I kind of have this in my head because I kind of know how this works, but if you want to, you can take it off and you want to sew until you get about to the end of your eyebrow. Then that's when you get to the top, you want to start curving the track inwards. So just curving it as like a slight little C, as you guys could see is what I just did on camera. You just want to curve it a little bit and then flip it back and forth and just keep on going. And here is the other side. You guys could see that it went down from an angle, but you could see I turned it just a tiny bit to make it go into like a slight little C. And I hope you guys understand that. If you need more in-depth explanation, please let me know. So now that I'm done and I got majority of it and I went right outside of our lines and it's time to close the inner part, I'm just gonna take tracks that I had from the previous install that I used with this hair, but it wasn't blue, of course. I'm just gonna take the short tracks and I'm going to go ahead and sew it just to close it off. So I'm gonna stop talking and let you guys see what I'm doing rather than me just talking away. Now that we got our closing finished, we're gonna go ahead and put our last track. And as you can see with my hands, I was showing you what the track is going to cover. It's going to cover each side and the back. So this track right here is actually perfect. It fits right in where we need to finish closing it off, and that's the last track we are going to sew. And just make sure you do that because you don't want to place your wig without covering that last track. That track just helps when it's time to place your hair. You don't have to do extra gluing and covering the tracks that are folded back and forth. And once you're complete, just go ahead and comb out your hair. And then you're going to want to go ahead and take off your cap because you can't put on a wig with some of the cap still there. You know, you have to cut it out. So just take out all the little foam pieces that, you know, got caught. And then you want to take a sharp scissor, a little bit sharper than mine, but mine still did the job. And you just want to go ahead and cut in the middle and just cut as close as possible, but not close to where you're cutting the thread. You want to just cut as close as possible of the fabric because you don't want to have too much of that excess fabric there. It's not needed. And that is the finished product of your versatile U-part wig. It can go to a left side part, it can go to a middle part, it can go to a right part, and it can even go into a ponytail. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, please put that down in the comment area. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and stay tuned for when I show you guys on how to install this wig. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye, dolls.